so I ball, man, like every day. Hey.
Field in Green Bay, NFL on EA Sports. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers versus Tyrod Taylor and the Washington football team.
Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led out by the well-traveled quarterback in his 11th NFL season now, Tyrod Taylor.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They go play action now, Taylor. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's caught. Beckham. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. Hands it off out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now Taylor to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun, he'll hand this off. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Taylor. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. On first down, Cherry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now it's Taylor. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. PAT up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers, and of course coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the 1st down as well. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Funchess has it complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Taylor. He'll go underneath here to his running back. Catch is made. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Here's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And now it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Play action. Now Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Taylor. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Rosa's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And a catch right side by Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side. Cherry. And some room to maneuver. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 7-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2 half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
And that's got... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Here's Taylor to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. This is caught by Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Taylor on 1st down. He's to the 10. It's hauled in by Hardy. Touchdown! Justin Hardy. As the first half is winding down.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Christian McCaffrey, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A touchdown run for Gus Edwards. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Check on the Patriots. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Cam Newton.
Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Rosas now to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On first down, Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. down. He's sacked.
There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
16 more on that one and another first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Taylor. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
121 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Cherry, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the trainers take a look. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Packers ready to take over offensively.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On third down, here's Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. This is taken at about the 14. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play action, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And Taylor will slide to a halt with a first down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Well, you know me, partner. I never